Do you know someone who, even as they grow older, still lives as if they were 17? Men with real talents, full of dreams, yet stuck in cycles of avoidance, broken promises, and an almost invisible fear of growing up? In this video, we dive deep into a powerful psychological archetype, the eternal adolescent, a symbolic image that helps explain why so many men struggle to mature emotionally and spiritually. But pay attention, this archetype isn't just about immaturity. In this video, we're going to talk about what the eternal boy truly represents, how unconscious fears block emotional development, the consequences of this pattern in romantic relationships, family dynamics, and professional life, and most importantly, how to break free from the cycle of stagnation and self-sabotage. We'll show you that true freedom doesn't come from running away. It comes from taking responsibility fully and consciously. This is a raw, direct, and necessary reflection based on Carl Jung's psychology, real-life experiences, and the inner journey of many men. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever felt stuck in this cycle? What has your path toward emotional maturity been like? To truly understand the archetype of the eternal boy, we need to go beyond shallow ideas like laziness or lack of maturity. We're talking about something much deeper, a complex psychological structure. Imagine a grown man who, emotionally, still lives like a child. He avoids routine because he sees it as a cage. He runs from responsibility because it awakens his deepest fears. He's in love with freedom, but only the kind without limits, without commitments, without consequences. He loves starting new things, full of energy, excitement, creativity, but rarely finishes them. Why? Because growing up means pain. Growing up means change. And change requires letting go of the comfortable illusion of almost. He lives in the world of almost fulfilled his dreams, almost faced his fears, almost moved forward, but never enough to truly transform. He promises himself and others that this time he will change, that tomorrow will be different. But that tomorrow never comes. It always turns into another almost. Behind all of this lies a deep, paralyzing fear. Fear of growing up, fear of failure, fear of disappointing others, fear of not being enough. Because growing up isn't just about getting older. It's about recognizing that life brings pain, frustration, and challenge. It's about accepting that growing hurts but also sets you free. Have you ever felt that fear? That paralyzing hesitation to take a decisive step because, deep down, you know it means leaving something behind? The archetype of the eternal adolescent seeks shelter in a childlike fantasy. An imaginary world where there's no pain, no rejection, no failure. Carl Jung called this state the psychic womb, a mental space that offers absolute safety. But that safety is a dangerous illusion because staying there means you're not truly living. You're stuck in a comfort zone that, in reality, is a prison disguised as refuge. And the cost? It's high, giving up real freedom, the kind that only comes when we have the courage to face life as it is. The impact of the eternal boy doesn't affect only the man trapped in that state. It touches everyone around him. Living with someone like this is like riding an emotional roller coaster. One day he swears he's going to change. He says he's ready to commit, to grow up. The next, he disappears. He goes back to hiding in old habits, leaving behind people confused, hurt, and emotionally drained. At the root of this pattern, there's often a symbiotic bond with the mother, usually a protective or overprotective one. Not out of malice, but because she, too, carries unresolved fears and unmet needs. Without realizing it, this dynamic feeds a suffocating emotional dependency, making it almost impossible for the man to cut the invisible cord that keeps him infantilized. Over time, the dreams that once burned like fire become heavy burdens. The talent that was once a source of pride turns into guilt. Guilt for not being used, for being wasted. And so life enters a painful cycle of unfulfilled promises, missed opportunities, and growing regret. And then, the inevitable question arises. Why can't I move forward? Why do I feel stuck in the same place? The answer, as harsh as it may sound, is simple. There is no true freedom without a solid foundation. The man stuck in the eternal adolescent archetype often runs from anything resembling structure. To him, routine, discipline, and commitment feel like prison, like a loss of identity or even a symbolic death. But what he doesn't see is that structure is precisely the foundation of authentic freedom. Without it, everything falls apart. Waking up to this truth hurts. Sometimes it takes a crisis, a breakup, a personal collapse so intense there's no option but to change. That difficult moment marks the beginning of a deep process Carl Jung called individuation, the journey of becoming whole by integrating the forgotten or denied parts of yourself. This process isn't about killing the inner child, it's about reconciliation. The mature adult doesn't erase the boy he once was. He welcomes him with compassion and gives him a healthy place in his life. The difference now is that the adult takes the wheel. He makes conscious choices. He faces his responsibilities, even when tired, afraid, or full of doubt. Growing up doesn't mean getting everything right. It means facing life head-on, even when it hurts. It means building discipline, accepting commitments, and enduring the discomfort that transformation demands. There is no freedom without structure. There is no fulfillment without effort. So, here's a simple but powerful challenge. Take one small step today. Choose a responsibility you've been avoiding. Face it. Make an honest list of the excuses you've been using. Confront those inner lies. And if necessary, ask for help. That too is maturity. Growing up is an act of courage. But it's also a profound act of humility. The eternal child that once lived in you deserves to be honored. He gave you the ability to dream, to imagine new worlds, to believe in possibilities. But now, the time has come for the man you are to choose growth, with courage, with maturity, and above all, with self-respect. Because true freedom isn't born from escape. It's born from conscious commitment and responsibility for your own life. If this message spoke to you, consider sharing it. And remember, maturing doesn't mean losing your essence. It means finally owning your real power. And that shift, that rebirth, can start right now. As we reach the end of this video, if something inside you resonated, know this: you are not alone. Write in the comments, share your journey. This channel is a safe space for honest reflection. No masks, where psychology meets real life. If you want to keep exploring topics like this, hit subscribe. If this content made you think, leave a like and send it to someone who, like you, is ready to finally wake up. Because growing up isn't about losing the magic. It's about learning how to use it with awareness and purpose. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep building with truth, with intention, with soul.